Kung Jin is definitely a super solid character. He has great damage and he has very big normals that are pretty fast. Now the size of those normals can be hard to play around, but you can still choose places to be that will force Kung Jin to make a decision, and footsies basically. So this video is going to go over some weaknesses of some of his moves. Note that I play Cassie, so the answers that you will find will be different if you play other characters. I'm just here to tell you the concepts that you can take advantage of. Kung Jin's forward 2 is one of his furthest reaching ground moves. It's also an overhead. However, even if it hits, if you're far enough, the follow-up string won't connect. Now, you'll also notice that if he cancels into his bow swings and bow spins, those special moves actually will not connect either. You'll have to make a pretty unsafe decision if he thinks it'll hit, to convert off of it at least. So yeah, if you're far enough, it's a pretty safe spot to be. Kung Jin will have to get closer in order to threaten his usual game plan and threaten his big damage. Notice that even if you get hit, Kung Jin is minus if he does the string that misses, as Cassie jumped first. Note that is not punishable though if you get hit and the kick whiffs. However, it is punishable if you block the overhead. So there we go. Cassie's back one, super good punishing move for these kind of situations, so other characters might not be as lucky to have that tool. But yeah, note that if you can hold block and mash the move while holding block, it'll come out if you just block something. It will not come out if you haven't blocked anything. So that's what this is showing. If you let go of block, you actually get hit if you're too close. And of course, you can whiff punish it. Kung Jin's back one is an amazing move. It's a pretty fast low with really good range for a low that can go into a combo. It also has a blind spot where its follow-up string will whiff, although this blind spot is much smaller than the overhead one. However, it is actually punishable on hit if he misses the second hit of the string. Now, dealing with this move is hard if he is in range, but since it is smaller than the overhead, you can move around, including backdash, to fight against it more easily. However, this move is still really good. You have to take it to the lab and see how long it is. See its effective range to be able to fight against it. So this is me pretty much trying to figure out where I can stand. Because it's so fast, you have to pretty much preempt Kung Jin players if they try to go for this move and you want to whiff punish. If you are out of the low's effective range though, be aware that they can go for the overhead. Forward 3 is the forward moving overhead. It's got better range than his low, and it's not that slow, so you have to keep it in mind. If you're already back walking though, it shouldn't be a big deal to whiff punish it. Kung Jin's neutral jump punch is quite good, but his jump is he kind of just hangs there a bit. So if he does miss, you can do a lot of punishes. I'm just kind of illustrating the possible punishes, and also I'm messing up as to sort of baiting it out by walking in and out of its range, because it is really fast. But if he does miss, he's in the air for a while. You can definitely punish with a lot of things, and if you block it as he's sort of going up, if he does it at the apex of his jump, it is pretty unsafe. The zoning that Kung Jin can do is not that threatening. His arrow is pretty fast, but it's pretty low damage, and the flying kick is also pretty fast, but it's unsafe on block, and it also just goes over crouches. Both the arrow and the flying kick are highs. These should not persuade you to get into his range. They should not persuade you to go forward into his range of his low overhead game, basically. They do open up the ability for him to go for the overhead, so be careful of that, and just keep holding the space. Thanks for watching.